Tuning in. Okay, we are live. We are live. Very good. I've got some little piano music playing. I don't know how much of it you can hear. Just using the music to ground myself and go inward. And I invite you to join me as we explore what preconception yoga really means. And I don't know why you're doing this class. I don't know why you have decided it's time to prepare for your next conception. So whatever it is that brings you to your mat today, I invite you to just feel really good. One of the benefits of practicing yoga regularly that I've experienced, and I experience every day firsthand, is the awareness of and access to pleasure within a layer of fascia beneath your skin that wraps around your entire body. And if you kind of think of, say, an orgasm, and imagine a slow, sustained, tingling, ticklish kind of feeling underneath your skin, all over your body, from your toes, through your arms, through your back and your neck, up around your head. This layer of fascia that is like lighting up. And the more we move our body and tune into our body and allow for energy to flow through these layers, I think the more access we have to this pleasure. So that's perhaps what we might explore a little bit in our body today. And maybe it's something you can explore when you're practicing for conception with your partner. Not thinking about an orgasm per se, but thinking about all over body surrender and breathing your way through sensation and seeing what happens when you let energy flow, when you unleash your energy and let it move through all of the layers of you. So I invite you to turn on some, perhaps what I've got playing music-wise. If you've got Spotify, look for a channel called Piano in the Background. Search for Piano in the Background and press shuffle on that. And you can listen to that music while we do our yoga today. And I'll leave it playing on my altar as well so that I can be in the same zone as you. If you prefer not to have any music, that's totally cool as well. So I'm going to move my chair away, come onto my mat, and I'm going to sit with my legs crossed. If you've been sitting with your legs crossed, cross them the other way. Sit on a little pillow if you have one so that your hips are up high and your pelvic floor is rolling forward. It's tipping down. Hands open in your lap. Gently close your eyes. Smile. No one can see you, so just smile at yourself. You awesome mama, you awesome human. Listen to your breath. As you breathe in, let the crown of your head feel light, floating up towards the ceiling. And as you breathe out, let your tailbone drop down. Let your pelvic floor relax. Let your fascia relax. Your skin relax. And regardless of whether you feel it or not, internally verbalize the words, I am relaxed. Bring your hands together at your heart in Anjali Mudra. Say it again, internally or out loud. I am relaxed. Reach your hands out and up as you inhale. Palms together above your head. Clasp your fingers. Press your palms up to the ceiling. Tick-tock, side to side. Allow your pelvis to drop down as your hands reach up. Chin tucks in. And then on your next breath out, let your hands float back down to the floor. Roll your shoulders up to your ears. Inhale. Hold the breath. Squeeze your shoulders behind you. Exhale as you roll your shoulders down your spine. Back to neutral. As you take your next breath in, inhale, hands out and up. Clasp hands the other way. Press palms up to the ceiling. Tick-tock, side to side, just from your ribs up, not tick-tocking your whole pelvis. Sway a little. Breathe and smile. Tuck your chin. Squeeze your arms in towards your ears. And on your next breath out, allow your hands to float back down to the floor. Lift your shoulders up to your ears. Squeeze. Inhale. Hold the breath. Shoulder blades squeeze together behind you. And then as you exhale, roll your arms down. Back to neutral. Come to your hands and knees. From hands and knees, we're going to rock forwards and backwards. Knees under hips. Rock your hips back towards your heels, but round your spine as you do it. And then arch your spine, bend your elbows as you come forward. Round the spine, drop the tailbone towards the heels, really lifting your belly up. And then arch the spine as you come forward. Exhaling as you rock back. Inhaling as you arch forward. Noticing any places in your spine that might feel a little bit stuck or stiff. And send some love to those parts of your body. Strip off some layers if you're like me and getting a little warm straight away. Keeping your elbows really loose, feeling for fluidity in your body rather than stiffness or rigidness. Tune into your ovaries here and know that as you are moving forwards and backwards, concentrating on rounding the spine as you move back, arching the spine as you move forward. You are moving layers in and around your ovaries. Our fascia wraps around every single organ in our body. So your movement, your intentional movement, is helping to increase fluidity, flow, blood flow, energy flow into your reproductive organs. Stop in a tabletop and just feel. Be curious about your reproductive organs. Be curious about everything in your pelvic bowl. Scanning it with your attention internally or visualizing maybe if that's how you prefer to do it. And then come down to your forearms. Elbows are under your shoulders. Draw your shoulder blades back, but can you spread the shoulder blades? So you're not squeezing them together and arching the spine. You're spreading the shoulder blades, but you're also spreading your collarbones at the same time. Feel your sits bones spread as well. And that might mean you need to kind of rock your pubic bone backwards. But can you do all of that without letting your rib cage splay out? Can you tuck your rib cage in? So there's this opposite kind of opposing forces. You've got your tail, your pubic bone reaching towards your ribs as you lift the mid back up. You've also got your pubic bone moving backwards to spread your sits bones. You've got your collarbones spreading out, and you've got your shoulder blades spreading out. You're bracing your entire core. Your whole body is working here in every direction. Now lengthen the crown of your head away from your tailbone. And either stay here for 5 breaths or lengthen the left foot back and then the right foot back into a plank. Keeping attention on your belly lifted, spreading your shoulder blades, spreading your collarbone, lifting the pubic bone while also tucking it. Crown of the head moves away, heels move away from the crown of the head. One more deep breath. Bring your knees back down to the ground, and either way, spread those knees out wide, sink back into a child's pose. Observe how your heart rate has probably picked up a little. You're feeling a little warmer. You're feeling a little more awake, alive. And say to yourself, I am relaxed. Come forward onto your forearms again, staying here in your tabletop, maybe experimenting with taking just one leg back and stretching the ankle away from you, the heel away from you, while you keep your whole body braced. Or going into the full plank again, and say to yourself as you breathe 4 more times, I am relaxed. Smile at your hands. Press your palms into the floor. Press your forearms into the floor. Spread your shoulder blades. I am relaxed. Say it again. Even if you don't believe it yet. And then let your knees come back down to the floor. Walk those knees in towards your hips, spread them out wide, toes touch, sink back into a child's pose. Reach your hands forward, lift your elbows up. Breathe into the length of your spine. Lift your head up off the ground and walk your hands over to the left side of your mat or over your left knee, and let your head sink back down, stretching through the right side of your body. Send your breath into your right side of your ribs, being aware of the layers of fascia in and around every single rib, under your arm, under your breast. And use your breath to expand the fascia the way you would blow into a balloon. Breathing in and out through your nose to calm your nervous system. Lift your head, walk your hands back to center, over to the right side of your mat. Let your head rest on the ground. Keep your elbows lifted. Reach your fingers away from you. Breathing in through your nose, filling the fascia around your left ribs, spreading the left underarm, the left breast with your breath. I am relaxed. Say it again internally.
If you still don't believe it, then imagine yourself in the future saying it. Visualize a future version of yourself who is relaxed. And then walk your hands back to center. Come back up to your hands and knees. Forearms back down to the ground. Bring your palms together and clasp hold of them, but keep those, make sure your elbows are underneath your shoulders. And we're going to set up for a dolphin. If you've never done dolphin before, I encourage you really just to lift your knees off the ground just a little bit, resting on the balls of your feet, and then put your knees back down on the ground. As you exhale, lift the knees up off the ground. And then let the knees come back down again. Inhale. Exhale, knees up off the ground, just a couple of inches. And then inhaling, coming back down. And do this 5 more times. Or if you want to come into the dolphin for 5 breaths, it's all yours. Lifting the knees up all the way. Straightening the legs, walking your feet in slightly. Maybe bend one knee and then the other knee. Making sure your shoulder blades your shoulders are stacked on top of your elbows. So that might mean leaning forward a little bit. Maybe experiment with rocking backwards and forwards. Press your forearms into the ground. And wherever you are, either lifting the knees off the ground by a couple of inches or up here in the dolphin, I am relaxed. Say it, smile, enjoy. Spread your shoulder blades, lifting the mid-back. On your next breath out, knees both come down to the ground. Spread them out nice and wide, toes touch, sink into a child's pose. Back up to hands and knees. Make your way into a malasana squat. Now we do this a lot in prenatal yoga. Let's do it right now to build up energy in the pelvic floor, to take attention into this part of your body and allow it to relax. Allow for your tailbone to drop down. You can see how I'm rocking from one ball of the foot to the other ball of the foot. That might be your preference. Or you might like to just sit on both of your heels, palms together at your heart, and rolling your forearms or your upper arms inside your thighs. Press your thighs against your arms against your thighs, and lift your back. Drop your tailbone, spread your collarbones. Smile. You can use a mudra here. Index fingers pressing together, thumbs pressing together. The yoni mudra. Identity, it kind of represents fertility, creativity, feminine energy. Either rocking side to side or settling into your malasana squat. If your heels aren't touching the ground, make sure you grab hold of a cushion or a blanket and roll that under your heels so that your heels connect with something. And whatever you're doing right now, state in your mind, I am relaxed. Make your way to your feet slowly, please. Once you're up, feet under hips, toes in slightly, heels out slightly. So you've got a little bit of a pigeon toe. Hands lifting up in front of you, zombie style. And then we open the hands, palms facing each other, inhaling to open.
Exhale to close. 2 more times. Hands back to your heart. Close your eyes and reflect on how you moved your body just now. Were you able to maintain that same integrity that we created in your plank? Or were you allowing your ribs to splay out as you opened your palms? Let's just do it one more time to see what happens. Hands dive out in front of you. Open, inhale. Keep your shoulders spread. Keep your collarbones spread. Keep your ribs tucked in. And exhale, close. Squeeze in the belly. Massage your organs with your breath. Let's do it one more time. Inhale, open. And then exhale, suck in that belly. Drawing the abdominals and the diaphragm in to massage your belly organs. And then hands back to your heart. Heel toe, feet out wide. One leg length or so apart. Toes pointing out at 45 degrees. Sink down. Goddess. Yoni pose here, or hands at your heart, or chin mudra. What would you prefer? What does your body imply or intuit that you should do here? Consciousness with the chin mudra. Gratitude, heart opening with your Anjali mudra. Hands together at your heart. Or Yoni mudra, feminine energy. Smile, sink down a little lower. I am relaxed. Say it. Do you believe it yet? Hands on your thighs. Lean forward with a straight long spine. Drop the right shoulder and then twisting over to the left over to the right with the left shoulder dropping. Then right shoulder drops, rinsing out the spine. Feeling for how the fascia moving in and around your spinal cord perhaps is felt in your toes. One more on each side, breathing in and out through your nose. And then press into your thighs to stand on up. Toes pointing in this time, hands on your hips, lift your chest, spread your shoulder blades, bring your chest towards me, straight long spine until you feel that pull in your hamstrings. And then either let your hands find the floor. And if that's not going to happen, bend the knees slightly to find the floor. Press the tops of your fingers into the floor, kind of like you're clawing the floor, and let your head hang heavy. If your hands are well and truly touching the floor, you might like to walk them in underneath your pelvis. Maybe even turn your fingers to face backwards. Bend your knees as much as you need to let your head hang heavy and let your hands connect with the ground. If the ground still feels too far away, grab a block, grab a coffee table. Waiting for this moment where the backs of your hamstrings, the backs of your legs are going to just open up and allow for fresh prana to flow.
Let your head dangle. Let gravity do its thing, tractioning out your neck. We're not going for any traction in the low back. We want the low back completely neutral. So if you feel any pulling in the low back, bend your knees or come up a little higher. The traction is in your upper back, your neck, your jaw, your tongue relaxing, your eyes relaxing. Say it again. I am relaxed. Deep breath in through the nose, lifting your head, straightening your spine. Maybe bend your knees slightly and put your hands on your thighs. Or if you're feeling super, super, super strong, hands to your waist. Lengthen the spine, lift the chest, lead from the heart all the way up. Not rolling the spine up, we're lifting the spine up with our core. Once you're up, either heel toe those feet in close together or jump back in. Tadasana, palms open by your sides, close your eyes. Take your attention into your Ajna chakra, the space between your eyebrows, your third eye, your place of intuition. And maybe imagine golden light there. My guru offers a meditation where we visualize a triangle there with a pearl, a bright luminous pearl inside the triangle. And we try and look at that pearl. But if that's hurting your eyes or making your brain ache in any way, then visualize a love heart over your heart with light shining through that. Breathing in and out through your nose as you feel your prana, your shakti, your life force pulsing through every square millimeter of your body. Bring your hands together in the yoni mudra over your pelvic bowl, over your reproductive organs. Feel your thumbs touching and your index fingers touching, and hold your ovaries, pressing into your abdomen with your hands. Breathe into your hands. And as you do this, state in your mind or out loud, I am relaxed. Come on down to the floor. Onto your back. Cross your right foot over the top of your left thigh and thread your hands between your legs or between your left, around your left shin or behind your left thigh. Flex your right foot and lift that left foot off the ground. If that doesn't feel good to you, keep the left foot on the ground and walk the left foot out to the left. Allow your tailbone to drop down. Allow your heart to be heavy against the floor. Relax your tongue, your jaw, your eyes. Try a little Mona Lisa smile to release the fascia in your face.
That tingly feeling you may get in your face when you smile is that tingly sensation we're going to be looking for through the rest of your body. Perhaps you'll feel it in Shavasana. Swap sides, left foot down to the ground or back to center, and then left foot up over the right thigh. Thread the needle. Flex your feet. Smile. Let your tongue be heavy in your mouth. I am relaxed. Let the right foot come back down to the floor. Both feet are about the width of your yoga mat, and your knees, fall in so that your thighs touch. And then really slowly let your left knee fall out to the left. You don't have to go all the way to the floor. And then over to the right. Let your knees touch first, and then the right knee goes out to the right. A really slow windshield wiper. Bring the hands back to your ovaries into the yoni mudra. Feel for how your fascia moves around your organs as your knees sway slowly from side to side. Back to center. Bring your knees or your hands to the tops of your knees and knees in towards your belly. Squeeze them in. Draw some circles on the floor. On the floor with your tailbone, but on the ceiling with your knees, holding the tops of your kneecaps. Going around in a circle and massaging your sacrum as you do. And then going in the other direction. They don't have to be big circles. They could be really tiny circles. Listen to your body. What does it want? Where does it want attention? Now, spread your legs out on the floor flat, or keep them bent depending on what's more comfortable in your lower back. You do want a neutral lower back. And just like we were drawing circles on the ceiling with our knees, draw circles on the ceiling now with your nose. Allowing the back of your head to move around in circles on the floor as your nose, Pinocchio style, lengthens and draws circles on the ceiling. Go in the other direction. Now lead from the back of your head. Can you draw on the floor something really awesome with the back of your head? Your nose will follow, so it's a similar movement to what we were just doing, but it feels different because you're leading from a different part of your fascia. But it's all connected. Draw circles. Maybe write your name, moving the back of your head on the floor in such a way that you're drawing your name on the floor with the back of your head, with all the parts of the back of your occiput, the back, that bony structure at the back of your skull. And once you've finished writing your name, allow your hands to touch the floor, open at your sides, palms open to the ceiling, ready to receive. Let your feet flop out to the sides. Let your tongue be heavy. Let your eyes be heavy. Let gravity sink your body against the floor in Shavasana. Don't do anything special with your breath. Let your body breathe you. But stay conscious of every little nook and cranny of your body. Can you keep your attention on your toes and your fingers and the crown of your head and your shoulder blades and the front of your ribs and your pubic bone and your tailbone and the fronts of your thighs, the fronts of your shoulders, your spine. Stay aware of this beautiful container that holds your soul. The more conscious you are of all of these parts of your body, the more able you are to move prana through your entire body. And that, my friend, is one of the ways to experience that all over body orgasm that I mentioned at the beginning of class. But it takes practice. They call this corpse pose. So as you lay here, perhaps you can imagine or embody a fallen tree in the forest, laying on a bed of leaves and pine needles, or gum leaves if you're in Australia or California. This tree has fallen, but it's still very much alive. Have you ever noticed a fallen tree that seems to be dead, but that has tiny little branches springing out of it, or a baby tree coming out of its dead trunk? Have you ever stopped to consider the beautiful big trees that fall in the forest and that end up nourishing the rest of the family of trees as it decomposes? Feel for the life in this corpse pose. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Roll to your left side. Stay here a moment and open your eyes and see what you see. See if you can keep that awareness of your toes, your fingers, all of the bits of your body that are connected by your fascia as you sit up. Stay in your body. Cross your legs. Cross them the way that is opposite from how we started class. Changing habitual patterns very mindfully. Sitting up straight, hands together at your heart, or in the yoni mudra. Either way, it is a gesture that carries power. Smile and say, I am relaxed. And either with your Anjali Mudra or your Yoni Mudra, let's Om together once to close the practice. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Have a wonderful day, Mama. Take it easy. Take it slowly. Enjoy being in your body. And have fun with those full body orgasms.